What's going on, people? It's your boy the Black Love, and doing something a little different with the gameplay wise on my channel. Don't expect it to be a regular thing, but this is a gameplay I had saved up for a while. I meant to post it. I was thinking of just using it as a submission for something, and I said, you know what, screw it, I'm not going to do that. This is a 50 plus nuclear gameplay that I had, and I was gaming with King of Flawless and a bunch of his boys, and we were just running around, just tossing up streaks and everything like that. I mean, it was pretty quiet. I don't even think any of them realized I had a nuclear in this game, because we had one dude put up over 70 kills. It's hardpoint, slums, you know how it goes. It's just one of those things, you know, when you're with a group of people, at least a couple of pub stompers, and everything's going your way, you could pretty much lose track of your score and how you're doing. You know, for me, I wasn't trying to go for a nuclear or anything like that. I never actually try to go for these things. But I wound up getting it in this game. The only reason why I realized I got it, because I didn't even pay attention to the stuff flashing on the screen in the top. Only reason why I realized I got it was because the dude who put up the highest score on our team in our squad had mentioned he had one. Then I looked and I'm like, oh wait, I didn't even realize it. I had one. But yeah, you know, part of the reason why I don't go for gameplays like this is mostly because I've never actually been impressed by that sort of thing. You know, you guys have heard me talk about gameplay commentators and gameplay channels. They usually don't have substance in their videos. You know, it's all about the flash. It's all about showing gameplay where they beat up on really shitty players. And that's exactly what this is. You know, none of the people on the other team could do anything about it. You know, once we start getting our VSATs going, that's it. It's almost like the feeling you got in Modern Warfare 3 once you got specialists. The only difference is you don't have specialists in this game. But for the most part, when your team is putting up constant VSATs and things like that, it's very hard for whoever you're going up against to put up any type of competition. And you know, another reason why this was possible is because, for the most part, we weren't just sitting on the hard point. And that's another thing I want to throw out there. I know, you know, it's weird. I'm putting up a gameplay, touting how awesome it is, but at the same time, I'm bashing it. There's a reason why I don't post gameplays like this, and it's because, you know, when you do things like we're doing, which is avoiding playing the objective, I mean, the best way to put it is, it's real and exploitation, and that's not how I like to play. You know, when you look at the gameplays I put up on my channel, it's normally against people who can shoot back and who can do something about it. And for the most part, I like running solo a lot. I post a lot of gameplays where I play with my friends because they're the most fun. But when I run solo and I do well, I think it says a lot more for me as a player. And that's part of the reason why, you know, when Black Ops 2 first came out, almost every gameplay you saw from me was like a 60 or 70 kill game where I was running solo. Yeah, I'd run high score streaks and let them do a lot of the work. But for the most part, I spent a lot of time going up against really bigger YouTubers. I've gone up against gameplay commentators. I've gone up against optic snipers, FaZe, Soar. I've gone up against random people. You know, good players, bad players, whatever you want to call them. And I think one thing I've been able to say about myself as a gamer is I take pride in the fact that I like being good. And I don't think that, you know, the stat line, the KD or anything like that truly represents it as much as being able to compete. And recently, I actually tried out League Play. I know for the longest I was like, competitive COD, it's boring to me. It's one of those things where it needs to change for me to truly be excited by it. But I caved in and I said, you know what, let me play some League Play. The last season ended, there's a new season up. I had a bunch of friends, and in all honesty, we've all just been bored with pubs. We've been very bored with the same old. You know what I'm saying? So I got 3 guys together, we tried out League Play, and we actually did pretty good. You know, we were on a pretty sweet win streak to start out. We immediately placed in Platinum, and the people above us didn't really have any points and wins and things like that, so it was easy for us to keep climbing that ladder. And the closer we're getting to hopping into, I think it's Masters, we start noticing things about the way people play and the way people act. And what happened to us that really just threw me off the most was, we're in a game of search and destroy. We're up 2-1 against this team, and it looks like we pretty much got their number. Me personally, out of the 4 of us, I was doing the weakest. I didn't have a kill. I think I was 0-4. You know, not doing that great. But little by little, we start noticing something. Our connections start getting funny. And one by one, people on our team start dropping out. Alright, start getting booted. At some point, we realized that these guys were cheating. They were knocking us offline. So I was pretty frustrated about it. You know, I sent a message to these dudes. I said, really? You're going to get reported for this. That's ridiculous. It's a video game. You really have to cheat to get into Masters? These guys were in Masters. Their stats were horrible. Clearly, they've been cheating for a while to get there. And it frustrates me, you know. People do anything they can to try and get some form of what they consider success. You know, these guys really want to be a well-known competitive team so bad that they're knocking people offline and cheating. It's the same thing as people who do all that spawn trapping bullshit, or boosters, all these different hackers, lag switchers, aimbotters. It's just ridiculous that the community gets that bad. You know, me personally, if we would have lost that game fair and square, it'd be one thing, but to get booted offline is just ridiculous. And when I went to Twitter about it, you know, I tweeted about it, apparently it's common. Apparently this is the thing that's really just not being fixed. You know, there's no way to either there's no way to stop these people from doing it, or it would just take too much effort, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, I've gone on rambling too much about it. Those are my thoughts about competitive COD, the atmosphere, and being a competitive person. Hope you guys do enjoy this gameplay. It gets a little dark there for a second, but 50 plus nuclear on slums. That's my gameplay commentary. Hope you enjoyed it. Peace.